Hello, welcome to the Neale rebrand, hi! This is the first time I've spoken to you since I've been Ellie Neale. Oh, big changes happening in the House of Commons, isn't there? I thought I wanted a bit of a rebrand over here. I didn't like just going by my one first name for some reason. And you know what? I feel like me and you know that much about me now that you might as well call me by my nickname, right? No one in my family ever calls me Eleanor. I'm always Ellie up north. I'm an Auntie Ellie. When I was in school, I was Ellie N because there was loads of different Ellies in my school. I've just always been Ellie. And then for some reason, when I got social media, I put my full name on there. This spans back to when I first got a Facebook page. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year. Anyway, why am I talking about the first time I ever got a Facebook page already in this podcast? Basically, I've always been Eleanor on socials, which makes sense for my main channel. It's a bit more serious, professional, full government name. But now we're over here on the second channel. We have a bit of a laugh over here, and I want you to call me by my nickname. Call me what my mum calls me. Call me what my best friend calls me. You know, you can all call me Ellie. So hi, I'm Ellie Neale. Welcome to the second channel. Like I interrupted myself to say, Happy New Year, right? I had the sickest New Year party ever. Oh my God, my mouth is dry suddenly. I've got Vimto, because I'm did I just hear a noise? You know what, I'm gonna go check my door's locked. One sec. It is. No worries, gang. I had the sickest New Year's party ever, right? I've started having parties at my house. I used to be a little bit of a party Scrooge just because I'm so proud of being able to live here in this place that I don't want anyone to come and ruin it. I don't want people to scuff all my walls and everything. So I always used to be oh, I don't want to have a party at my house. I never had a party at my house for the first year and a half that I lived here. And then for some reason, halfway through the year of 2022, I started throwing parties, and I've had one every month since then. And they're so fun. I love hosting. It gets me so excited. I love the whole process of handing out invites, and me and Adam will have a meeting to decide the theme. We get so nerdy about it. We make Amazon wish lists of decorations and stuff to order. My parties are so fun. And I did a New Year's one, and I got all my friends out on the balcony. I had friends from all over come to London, and we were all out on the balcony looking at all the fireworks. It was amazing, and I hope that you guys had a lovely Christmas, a lovely New Year, a lovely any other holiday that you celebrate. What else was I going to talk about? So actually, this is the first podcast that I've actually made a bit of notes for, cause I decided oh, by the way, in this podcast, I'm gonna be taking my makeup off. In the first couple, I was putting makeup on. Now I'm gonna be taking it off, cause it's the end of the day. I've had a long day. I filmed 2 true crime vids in one day today. I'm knackered. I can't wait to get into bed and watch BoJack Horseman. I'm nearly at the end. No one spoil it for me. I'm actually so excited. I've never finished a Netflix series in my life. Maybe there's 2 I've finished. I never finish everything. I'm not a finisher. I don't know what I mean by that. Anyway. Oh yeah, I've decided I want to have little, oh, what's the word? Little segments in my podcast where I kind of tell you what I've been enjoying. This is kind of inspired by, oh, I've definitely got a spot under my mole there. Look, oh, owie. Yeah, this is defo inspired by Emergency Intercom, but it's also just inspired by the concept of favourites videos. I used to love favourites videos. I still watch Kathleen Light's favourites videos when she uploads them. So yeah, I wanted to put my favourites in each podcast. I might put them at the beginning or at the end. Let me know if you would prefer these at the beginning or the end. But I'm gonna do them now since I'm talking about them. So I wanted to talk about music that I've really been enjoying since the last podcast. Obviously SZA's new album. That's insane. I have played Kill Bill to death. But I feel really weird. I always feel so weird listening to songs about murder. I think because of my job and because I hear so much about it all day, every day, that I don't love songs about murder. I don't know. I think it's a weird concept for me to sit and go this too, you know what I mean? But Kill Bill is like one of the only times I can do that. Tyler, the Creator, he is capable of singing about some heinous shit, and I'll be like, I was gonna try and do a Tyler, the Creator song, and then I couldn't think of any of his heinous ones. The only ones that were coming to mind were like, Ego, I've got a hair on my lip. A hair on my lip. Oh my god, I shaved my like upper lip for the first time the other day for some stupid reason. I don't know why. I don't get like visible hairs. They're like little blondie gingers. Little blondie gingers. Oh, okay, what else was I going to talk about? Other music I've liked this week. I really like this song called Mean by Madeline the Person. This was suggested to me by Spotify. It might have been suggested to other people as well. I don't know how like widely suggested their things are. You know, around the Wrapped time, they make you another playlist that's like, these were songs you missed this year, like songs you wish you would have discovered. This song was on that playlist for me. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, damn, Spotify knows me so fucking well. This is a tune. This is a tuner jacket potato. I love this tune. Anyway, next segment, YouTube vids. Because I don't really watch like much Netflix. Oh, I'm a stunner sometimes, you know. I don't really watch that much Netflix. Like I said, I'm watching a good amount of BoJack Horseman at the moment. So if I was to have a Netflix category, that would be it. But YouTube-wise, I've watched a lot of YouTube this month, and you want to know what one of my favourite videos was? I think it's quite an old one. I don't know, I think I'm late to the party. Tommy Innett's school video, and he had like James Marriott as the teacher. It was so fucking funny. I was peeing my pants. It was a really funny video. Oh, there was one Ali Abdaal video that I watched. I can't remember what it's called. I'll get Adam to edit it in here. Oh, Adam edits the podcast now. Adam, say hi. Ooh. Yeah, it was an Ali Abdaal video about how to be lucky or something. And he said this quote in the video, and I'm gonna try and tell you it, but this is definitely paraphrased. I cannot remember this quote like word for word. So the quote is something like, luck happens when preparedness meets opportunity. And I'm telling you, when I heard that, my brain exploded. It's probably common sense, but it's never been like spelled out for me in my brain that like, I always used to think of myself as an unlucky person, but then within the last couple of years, I would have considered myself quite a lucky person. And that's generally because I have worked harder towards my goals and put myself out there a lot more. I've been more prepared and I've had more opportunities. So that makes so much sense that I feel luckier now. And I think that like now that I know this like little secret equation, this cheat code to life, I can make myself even luckier if I prepare even more and put myself in even more opportunities. And I just remember hearing that and being like, I want to share that in the next podcast. I want to share that with the girlies. So I think I'm in my wholesome era for January. Well, no. So I kind of want to be in my wholesome era, but it's Jake's birthday in like a week, and then it's my birthday like 2 weeks after that. And I'm doing a lot for my birthday. Let me tell you, I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I am a person that I don't know how to word it. I like extravagant things, but I don't like a lot of attention. So I've never been one for like big parties. I've only ever done, guys, I'm gonna burp, seriously. I keep like trying to push it down, but like it really wants to come out. Right, give me a sec. Anyways, I've literally only had a big party like once or twice in my life. And that's just because they were like big numbers. I had it for like my 13th and my 21st where I like invited like everyone I knew. Last year, we were like coming out of the pandemic and I really just didn't feel like having a party. Like I don't think I'm much of a, I was gonna say I don't think I'm much of a party haver after I literally started this podcast episode being like, I love having parties at my house. But maybe that's because it's not the stress of it being my birthday party. I just like host parties for fun and for like Halloween, you know? Maybe I like being a host when there's less stress. Oh my God, I was thinking this the other day. How stressful do you think planning your wedding is? Guys, some of you that have been married, let me know how to make that process less stressful. I was thinking this the other day because I think I want to get married one day. I don't know. If you would have asked me this a couple of years ago, I would have been like, nah, I'm not asked about getting married. But these days I'm like, kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of a really big party. And like, I don't know, and like everyone I like all in one room, you know what I mean? Like, and obviously like celebrating my love and whatever, like I'm sure I will, you know, have a lovely time with my partner, but I think just as an event, as a day, that is something I want to experience. That is like a quintessential human experience that I want to have. I want to get married, I want to have a wedding, I want a husband, wife, well, you know, whoever I marry, I want one of those. Like I want their name to change, you know, like not their surname, you know what I mean? You know, like when they go from like boyfriend to husband, you know, I want that name to change. How should I have worded that? You know what I was thinking the other day? I think I'm actually a bit stupid for my age. I think I should read more books, honestly. There's a lot of words that I don't actually know the meaning of. Or like I'll hear someone else say them out loud in real life and I'll be like, oh, is that how you pronounce that thing? Like, does anyone else remember the first time they ever heard the word acai out loud? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I've nearly finished taking my makeup off, but I don't know what to do then because, oh, to be fair, I could take yous in the bathroom with me. Oh my god, yeah, I absolutely will because my mum's gonna be gassed. I'm gonna show you the headband she got me for Christmas. She was so proud of this and honestly you should be, Angie. It's really, really cool. Alright, get a load of this. It's like a little bug or a little alien. Anyway, I'm gonna go wash my face now. I don't know why I even bothered bringing, oh yes, so I could show you this, but I'm actually not going to show me washing my face because I can't talk while I do it, otherwise I get like soap in my mouth. So, I'll see you, oh my god, the wrinkles on my face. Ellie, stop talking about wrinkles. I'm going to start stopping myself when I do like negative self-talk. Your wrinkles are beautiful, they are a sign that you have laughed many laughs. Yeah, I'll see you when I'm doing like moisturiser and that, you know, like the next step. Anyway, see you in a bit. I'm a wet little bug. What am I? I'm a snail or like a slug. I'm a little yellow guy. Little bug lady is back and ready to continue the skincare routine. I've literally brought the whole 9 yards. I, on a day-to-day, literally have like 2, maybe 3 or 4 steps in my skincare routine at a push. I have brought at least 40. Like there's so much shit in front of me. I've brought the whole cabinet just because I want to chat beans for a while and I need an excuse to. So right now I'm putting essence on my face. I don't know what that means. I literally do not know what that means. I think it could be a toner. I don't know though, because I don't even know what a toner is. I just know put on face. I'm a bit ham-handed with my face. And then I wonder why I'm getting wrinkles. It's because you're a big ham hand. Anyways, what do I put on after that? Serum. I'm gonna do serum. I feel like a witch doing potions. Oh my god. I really want to... Are you allowed to say this or is this like... I don't know if this is actually bad to say that I want to like try witchcraft. Cause do you remember what I said about like the psychic saying I had like witchcraft in my ancestry? I came from like a line of Celtic witches. If you don't believe this, I sound crazy right now, but like I'm like genuinely interested in that because I think I find it really easy to manifest. So I think I do have like, you know when I say I'm Phoebe from Friends, I'm literally so Phoebe from Friends. Listen to me talking about how I have a connection with the universe because I got told by some random lady in a little shop in Leeds that I have witches in my ancestry. Oh, going back to the topic of like marriage and stuff and changing my opinions. I think I want kids. Not like now, but like just in general. Maybe one day. Not kids, not plural. Because, okay, basically, all my life, all my like childhood and teenage years, I was like, yeah, one day I will have a kid. I will probably have 2, maybe 3. And then my sister had kids. And I love them. I literally love my niece and nephew with every bone in my body. But Jesus Christ, did they put me off having kids for a while. Just because it's totally a me problem. It's not those kids. Those kids are so well behaved. But I was such a stressed person, like in the past few years, that like even being around those kids for like a day made me stressed. So then I used to think like, I don't know how my sister does it. I don't know how any parent does it and isn't just horrifically stressed 24/7, which like I know that kids are stressful and parents probably are stressed at all times, most times. But since I've gotten rid of like my own work stress, I can spend a day with my sister's kids and not be exhausted at the end of it. And now I've been like thinking to myself, oh, actually being a parent might be manageable for me if I can manage my mental health. And that's got me so excited. Like, because I was a little bit like sad when I decided that I didn't want kids anymore. I decided this like a couple of years ago because it was a bit more of like a reluctant acceptance that I didn't want kids. Because like I do kind of want kids. I want to watch a baby that is half me and half the person that I love grow into an adult that we helped mold, and I want to see them and be proud of them. Like I would love that. I would love to experience that. But knowing my own mental health over the last few years, I just always discounted it in my head. I was like, I need to brush my eyebrows. Where's the spoolie? But I was having a conversation with my friends the other day and Jordan said something really interesting. So if you don't already know who Jordan Teresa is, she's one of my like best YouTube friends. And she's one of my most intelligent friends. I hope my other friends don't mind me saying that, but she really is. Like she always comes out with such nuggets of advice and information. Like if I ever need advice on like anything, I would go to Jordan. She's just so intelligent. And she was telling us the other day in the Uber that she's only gonna have one kid with her partner, or like that's what she's thinking right now anyway, because like she was telling us all this about like how as a woman you will like naturally take on a little bit more of the childcare roles than your husband. Say you're in like a heteronormative relationship, you will naturally, there's certain things that you will take on that he can't or won't, and just naturally having a child is more work for you, plus having a job, hobbies, maintaining friendships and relationships and me time. And then, so imagine you have a child and you're already somehow managing to balance all that healthily. And then you throw another child in there. And again, you have maybe like 60% of the childcare responsibility, or maybe even more than that, or less than that. I don't know, your personal relationship. But she said that that's kind of when women start to lose themselves, because they kind of have to give up one part of their life that they were juggling to then take on second child, and then third child, and then imagine fourth child. Like, I don't know, call me selfish, but your life is so short and you're only here once, and I ain't spending that stressed over a little baby that won't go to sleep when I tell it to. Absolutely not. Like, the thought of having a baby kind of really scares me, because like I don't know what you want. You can't tell me what you want for like 2 years, so like how am I supposed to know? 2 years, is that a stretch? No, my niece is kind of like saying things now. Oh my God, she said Ellie over Christmas. Like that little thing makes me cry. I remember the first time I ever felt my nephew in my sister's tummy. Like I felt him kicking. I cried. I cried in a restaurant. I've always been that auntie. I'm so obsessed with my niece and nephew. They're both ginger, just like me. I used to be the only ginger in my whole family, apart from my grandpa, who died before I was born. So I never actually got to see another ginger in my family, but he was like the only one. Oh wait, no, my auntie is ginger, but she dyed it brown for a lot of like my life. And I think she still does. So I actually don't know, I can't remember. But that's why I don't really consider her ginger in my brain. That's funny. So yeah, I get the ginger from my dad's side, and now my niece and nephew are both ginger, and I feel like now I'm finally gaining numbers. We're gonna start an army. That sounds really ominous, actually. Bear in mind I'm doing this with a 6-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. Is she 2 now? No, 1.5. One thing I want to do is make some more goals for 2023. I don't have any like specific goals. I just have like vague things in my head that I want to like work on. Oh, I've just realised I'm still sat here with fucking bug ears on my head. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I'm so in my Zayn Malik era. Yeah, in 2023, I want to work on music. I want to make music. I've like always wanted to make music since I was like tiny. It used to be like my dream job to be a singer. I remember like whenever you used to write it in like little journals and books and it's like, what do you want to be when you're older? Mine was always a singer, even though I don't. No, I'm not going to be mean to myself. I was going to say, I don't think I can sing that well. I'm going to have faith in myself that I can like find a style that I feel confident in. There we go. Look at me reframing things in my brain. And I think, you know what? I'm really excited for this podcast because I hope that by seeing how I reframe my brain, I can make other people reframe their brains that way. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna use cuticle oil because my nails are so dead out. They are literally little zombie carcasses. Because I go to one of those nail shops that like pride themselves on being quick. So they use the electric drills to get your like shellac colouring off, and Jesus fuck, they have taken every layer of my nail bed with them. So my nails are like paper thin at the moment, so I don't have a manicure on, which doesn't feel like me. I really like just having like a colour on my nails, usually red. I'm such a red girl for some reason, and I've started wearing red nails, and like people are like, oh, she's doing the, oh, what is it, the red theory or something that they talk about on TikTok, where if you're like attracted to straight men, then you should wear like red nails or red lips because apparently it reminds him of his mum, which makes me ick. Like, also, how do you know that his mum wears red? But also, like, why do I want to remind him of his mum? I would do, in fact, the exact opposite. I am wearing navy blue lipstick on our first date. That's sincerely crazy. But yeah, I got loads of messages when I like first posted my first red manicure. People were like, oh, red theory. And I was like, girl, no, absolutely not. And if he dares think of his mum when he's looking at my nails, I don't know, that's not weird, is it? Unless he's got like a nail fetish. Then if you are thinking about their mum, then that is weird. Don't you think fetishes are weird? Not like weird, but like the concept of fetishes, like everyone has like different things that like get them a bit more excited than other things. And for some people that's really funny stuff like feet and nails. And like, what else is a bit funny? No, I'm literally just kink shaming. Don't worry, I'm not shaming. I'm certainly not shaming. I'm an Aquarius. I'm not going to elaborate on that actually. Oh, I've already done my nails and I haven't done my eye cream yet. But I did actually, I remember seeing something one time with like a skincare expert and he was like, eye cream is just a scam. Like it has all the same things as normal moisturizer and just use moisturizer on your eyes. Am I making that up? Or is that like actually a thing? I also brought 3 different options for Burt's Bees. These are the best lip balms ever, by the way. The only ones I'll really use. I have pumpkin spice, chai tea, and vanilla maple. I kind of want to go for chai tea. Chai tea! Ah! And then I wonder why I have like, I have really bad jaw pain, you know. Over the last few months, for some reason, I've been like anxiety clenching my jaw, especially as I'm like falling asleep, and I don't know why. I'm not really anxious in my life at all at the moment. Like there's nothing that's like making me unhappy. Oh, I am a bit stressed. Not gonna lie, I've been really stressed lately, and I couldn't really tell you why. Like I know what's been stressing me out, but like I don't know. Oh yeah, I was on my period at the same time. Yeah, for like 3 weeks there, I was like, this smells like a museum. You know that like old wood, old varnish smell? There was this one museum near my house when I was growing up that my grandma used to take me to all the time, and they had this one taxidermy room, and it was honestly fucking horrifying. They had, as soon as you walked in, so it was like a dimly lit room, and you walked in like a little path, like a little tunnel round, and all around you there was taxidermy animals, like tropical ones, and on your way in there was a big fucking leopard cheetah thing. It honestly terrified the shit out of me. I used to have to run past that with my eyes closed and get in so then I could see all the other stuff like the parrots and the, oh, I can't remember what else they had. and then like I would see the cheetah on the way out and have to like run past it again like that. I am such a scaredy cat with like everything in life. Anyway, what was I talking about before that? I was putting my lip balm on. I can't remember what I was talking about before I put my lip balm on, so if you want me to talk about that in my next podcast, then I can. But I don't know what it was. It might not even be interesting. You know what? Might call it a day there, because I forgot what I were on about. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you liked this podcast again. I really enjoy making them. So I'm excited to make my next one. Bye. That was the most jarring ending ever. Sorry, bye.